and see how it awakes. Power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come, everything that is excellent will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. So my dear young sisters, that self-conscious activity is self-confidence, is Atma Shraddha. Please do not forget that. Have 5 kinds of confidence in your life every day. Number 1, Atma Shraddha in yourself, in your divinity, in your culture, in your personality. Please don't abuse the body, but respect the body and use the body for the service of the nation. Second, have confidence in what you are studying. It is not just a textbook of university or syllabus. It is knowledge that you are acquiring, the pure knowledge, the fiery knowledge, and the spiritual knowledge. The third, have faith in the institutions. Fourth, have faith in India. Have faith in your parents and have faith in God. As far as India is concerned, I'll tell you a small incident and then end my speech here. You have heard of Padma Shri Pullela Gopichand? Yeah? Pullela Gopichand ji, if you have gone to his Gopichand Academy in Gachibowli, or if you get an opportunity, please go to his office. Just as a visitor, take his mother's permission, who is taking care of his programs, and just go and see his office. You see a huge life-size picture of Swami Vivekananda staring at Gopichand. I asked Mr. Gopichand, why did you keep Vivekananda's picture? It was a shock to me, it was a joy to me when Gopichand said, what I am today is because of Swami Vivekananda. When I was a student, he said in 7th standard, my mother gave me a Telugu book of Vivekananda and that has changed my life. And Vivekananda wanted men and women of excellence, men and women of character, men and women who can make India strong. He said, I took it as a responsibility and took sport as my area of action and did it and won the All India England Championship. And before the All England Championship, this young sportsman, badminton champion, had to undergo 4 times knee surgery. And knee is the only thing for a badminton player. It is not the hand or shoulder that is important. For him, the knee strength is important. But it was broken. It was too much of pressure for him. So he had to undergo 4 surgeries. He went into depression. And England Championship is just 2 months away. He has to practice. He has to become fit. And with that depressive mood, do you know what happened? He went to Haridwar for a pilgrimage, went to Rishikesh, went to Gangotri, Yamunotri, 4 dhamas, wanted to be at the banks of Mother Ganga and do some meditation and pranayama to get back his concentration. And one day at 6 o'clock in the evening, Gopichand is walking on the banks of the Ganga, rocky area, and he saw one middle-aged American girl, middle-aged, her 40 to 50 years, American lady. And this American lady, all alone, she is walking on the rocks on the banks of Ganga without any slippers or shoes. Gopichand was a little surprised, and he went when she was having some coffee and requested her, had a chat with her. She comes from New York, and she is walking barefoot. Cheppulu lekunda Ganga dini oddulo nadustundi. Gopichand adigaadu, Amma, how is it that you are walking in the hard soil and the stones without shoes, without any protection? This middle-aged lady shook hands of this Gopichand. 3 statements. Gopichand says it was 3 slaps on his face. First statement, my child, he says, my child, how can I walk on shoes? How can I walk with shoes on the soil of Mother Ganga? The second sentence, which was a slap on Gopichand, he said, how do you expect me to walk with shoes on this great soil called Mother India? The third sentence is, my child, I have not come as a visitor to India, I have come as a daughter of India. Middle-aged American lady from New York, understanding the richness of India. And Gopichand, do you know what was his instant reaction? He removed his slippers. He put it in his bag. He came back with a rejuvenated energy. When an American is looking at India with so much of respect, so much of spiritual outlook. What am I doing? A little depressed because of my knee operation. He comes back to Hyderabad and tells his coach, I have come back. I have come back. And he started practicing, and that very year he won the All England Championship. He said Vivekananda wanted that and had done it. And this only thing that he says is, I have not seen Swami Vivekananda, but I am reading his teachings, which he lives through that. He told in our Ramakrishna Math last year, twice he came, he said, Vivekananda wanted young men and women of excellence and character. Through my sport called badminton, I am trying to create young men and women of excellence, and one I have already done, in whom we call Saina Nehwal. Saina Nehwal has not come down in her rank below 4th. She is consistently between 1 and 4. And in the next Olympics, her target is to beat the one Chinese girl who is constantly troubling her, who is constantly defeating her 3 times. She has got some weakness. And today in Gachibowli, Saina Nehwal and Gopichand, the Guru and the Shishya, try to break at least 1,000 shuttles every day in practice. They have to become excellent. They have to achieve excellence by the next Olympics. Their goal is clear, Guru and the Shishya. And both the Guru and Shishya are imbibed, are inspired with the fire of Swami Vivekananda. So my dear young girls, on this beautiful celebration day, when you have done wonders and you have taught Swami Vivekananda very nicely, sensitively, and portrayed his teachings and his message, I just request all of you to take a small promise on this great occasion and try to live up to it, live by it, and wait till you reach the goal. Okay? I'll read out this promise. Kindly repeat with me. Keep them in your heart and try to practice it. Any problem, any difficulty, any time, we are always there for you to solve your problems, not to sympathize with your problems. We have enough done it. We have cried over the problems. Now it is time to take up Vivekananda's teachings and solve the problem, thereby make India strong, your character strong, and the future generation bright and beautiful. Okay? I shall read out slowly. Please repeat it with conviction, with concentration, and with great devotion. Okay? I promise, a member of Young India. Can you do it a little louder? I, a member of Young India, shall not forget that the ideal of our womanhood is Sita, Savitri, Damayanti, Rani of Jhansi, and similarly others. I shall not forget that the ideals of our country has always upheld truthfulness, contentment, and service. Let me not forget that my wealth, my life are not for sense pleasure, are not for my individual personal happiness. I shall try not to forget ever that I am born to sacrifice myself for the country and its people. That the lower classes, the tribals, the farmers, the ignorant, the poor, the illiterate, the cobbler, the sweeper are my flesh and blood, my brothers and sisters. I shall be brave, bold and courageous, and be proud that I am an Indian. I shall proudly proclaim the ignorant Indian, the poor and destitute Indian, the educated Indian, the Dalit Indian are my brothers and sisters. Hereafter, I shall proudly proclaim at the top of my voice, every Indian is my brother and sister. The Indian is my life. India society is the cradle of my infancy, the pleasure garden of my youth, the sacred heaven of my old age. The soil of India is my highest heaven. The good of India is my good. O Lord, O God of strength, grant me fearlessness and energy. Take away my weakness and make me perfect. Make all of us perfect, each in one's own place. The great task before the youth is speeding up the awakening of India and her people in the face of several obstacles. Therefore, I promise today that hereafter I shall voice my protest by speech or by writings or by individual or group action against all forms of exploitation, injustice, blind and selfish, monetary or political power and violence directed at the poor, the ignorant, the handicapped, the farmers and the tribals. This is my promise. O Lord, give me boundless courage to live up to my promises to my country and its people. Let the limitless spiritual power within me awake for the good of the many, for the happiness of the many. Thank you very much.